How y'all feel today? Welcome to Easily Offended Podcast, man. What's going on?
Understand me? How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm chilling. What's going on with y'all?
Doing a damn thing like a chicken wing.
Doing a damn thing like a chicken wing. That's how you feel?
Make a pigeon sing.
Taking pictures?
Take some pictures. I took some pictures. I even had a date, too.
Oh, wow. You had a date?
Yeah, man. It was cool, even though I had to drive, like, to Naperville, but it was still cool, though.
She lives in Naperville?
Yeah.
Nice.
As far as hell.
Man, it was about an hour, but it was cool. She was real nice. We had some pizza, had some hookah, you know what I'm saying? It was nice.
Where'd y'all get the pizza from?
I don't know. It's one of them joints out there. I don't know.
I never had pizza in Naperville. It was a good?
It was very, quote unquote, very white bar, but it's still cool though.
White pizza. I mean, white pizza is
just
good.
in there eating their chicken, you know. It's cool. Watching the game, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's one of the few things white people can make that niggas can't, to that level. So white pizza is good.
Wait, pizza?
Yeah, niggas can't make pizza like white folks. Niggas can't make pizza and brisket. White people, that's the one who make two things.
Brisket.
I beg to differ. I definitely beg to differ. I know black people that can make fire ass pizza
and brisket
and damn brisket.
Are they Jewish?
They are not Jewish.
Like Jamal Rothstein
from the West Side, actually.
Oh damn it! They probably stole it. No, stop.
But that was your week though. You went on a date. How was that date? It was cool.
Date. Yeah.
But what was the name of the restaurant? Did you go to like something fancy or just like bar and grill?
It was something
situation?
Cloud. I wish I know. It's something Cloud the hookah bar. And the crazy thing about that in Naperville, you can't have any alcohol in the hookah bar.
Yeah, I know. It's
so
BYOB.
like, no, you can't even do that. No
alcohol. Oh wow, no.
Period. So I'm like, I'm inhaling and exhaling. I feel like I should be getting high or something. It's weird, bro.
Yeah, man, that sucks.
Yeah,
I can't just hookah, no alcohol.
Yeah, it just seemed wild. And the dude kept saying, "Is it good, my friend? Is it good?" I'm like, "Yeah."
I'm the ignorant. I just get my grinder and just sprinkle some on the heat.
Yeah, if I had known, I definitely would have been like, little magic in that thing. You understand me? But
did you say blue magic?
If I had some,
like heroin?
No, this guy. Little green magic. How about that? Okay. This dude.
That's crazy.
Blue magic.
What you been up to, Chris?
Shit. Natural, nothing, man. Ain't nothing crazy happened yet.
Being a dad.
That's right. He's the family man.
That's the family man.
Yeah, that's all I can do for right now.
Hey man, that's a good thing though.
At least for the next 18 years, and after that, I'll be able to answer that question.
We don't have a lot of those, and you know what I'm saying.
Indeed,
so we
man.
Gotta show appreciation for that, man.
They grow fast, son. But you probably know that.
Mm-hmm. They do. But
talking all types of crazy shit. What up with you, man?
Are you referring to me?
Yes, sir. How you feeling?
Are you referring to me?
What's going on, man?
What's up with you?
Real, what's going on?
You gotta be a little specific.
Yeah, man. I'm good, man. Out here, man, living the fucking dream.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Got your specs on today?
Yeah, man. I decided I wanted to look more intelligent.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I was being left out of the glasses crew, so I just want to let motherfuckers know.
Well, welcome.
I'm smart too.
Well, welcome. We welcome you.
I appreciate it. I'm very happy to be here.
Very happy to be here.
Yeah. Larnell still got his application coming in.
You know what? I'm gonna just, stop shaming me on my light skinness. Okay.
He got his application.
We talking about glasses.
My glasses.
See?
Oh yeah, I need glasses. I can't see for shit.
Damn.
I be in the restaurant taking pictures of the menu and zooming this shit on my phone and shit.
Wow.
Why don't you just go get glasses?
Yeah.
I know.
He's too cool.
And the thing about it, I went through all the procedures. I got an eye exam and everything. I knew what lens. And I damn near don't have to pay shit because my insurance covers it. And it's just my schedules be so crazy. Sometimes I just can't.
Schedule too busy for you to see?
Right.
Man, it's rough. It's rough.
You like that sometimes.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Busy man.
Yeah, man. I had a rough, just a crazy week. My lady turned 40 Thursday. So,
that's good, right?
Can I
happy birthday.
Happy
birthday.
Give her a round of applause for that.
Did you have a bunch of cats at the party?
Huh?
A bunch of cats at the party?
Yeah, man. We had a whole cat party. No. I surprised her with her parents. So she didn't know her parents was coming. She didn't know her sister, her boyfriend was coming. She didn't know her cousin was coming. She didn't know about Tony and Adrian. So it was like from Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, it was just a surprise.
That's so sweet.
So we hung out, had a good time, drank a lot, ate a lot.
Nice.
As you can see, I'm still on my mimosa tick.
Hey,
no hard liquor right now. I'm so tired of it. No more shots. But I did go to something crazy yesterday. So I went to Navy Pier, right? Because her her friends, they never been to Navy Pier. So I'm like, all right, cool, let's go to Navy Pier, let's do the tourist shit. So go through Navy Pier, and I'm starting seeing all these people with these wild colors on, like it look like chalk on their face and hair. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So they said it's a festival at the end of the Navy Pier. So me being inquisitive as I am, I'm like, I'm gonna just go ahead and look. So I just, kept walking, and these mugs was in there fucking turned. It's Indian. It's a ritual they have in India called Holy Day, I believe.
Hallelujah.
And part of the celebration is Flash putting these colors on you, and it was nuts.
Knock it off.
I have no idea.
I don't know where it's coming from. There it is. I don't know where it's coming from.
That was me.
Right, I'm about to say you.
These voices.
I'm so sorry.
Right. Basically said he didn't give a fuck about your story.
Right.
That's what was just
Damn, man.
Please continue.
Nah, but it was crazy though. I got in the mix. Tony Adrian, which is Tony's girlfriend, she jumped in. She came out with a whole bunch of colors, shit like that. It was
With
just
the chalk.
Yeah, with the chalk. I mean, to be honest with you, it's really dope to see other cultures party and have fun in the ritual that they do, because it was all like teenagers, 20-year-olds. They had like kids out there, but it was turned.
Okay.
And I could tell they was on some shit.
Nah.
Some of them was on some shit, even though it's really bad to do it on that day because it's like a kind of a religious type of situation.
Okay.
But
was it white folks or was it Indian folks?
all Indian. So they was playing like all like Indian hip hop EDM. No bullshit. In India, they have artists that rap and sing in their language, in hip hop and EDM. Which is dope as fuck to me because I'm sitting there like, is that rapping? They was like, yeah. He's like one of the biggest artists in India. I'm like,
okay.
Never heard of him. But the music was dope. The energy, the vibe was great. It was a lot of love. It wasn't no like crazy looking like, why the fuck you here?
Okay.
This black dude just randomly pop up and you know what I'm saying? Just standing there. Yeah, so that was pretty much it, man. You
Sounds
know what I'm saying?
like a funky falafel.
Yeah. Oh man, you know what? I did go to a restaurant Thursday named Azul, right?
Blue?
Blue.
Well, that's blue in Spanish. But.
Well, yeah, that's what, yeah. Because there's a lot of blue inside the establishment. But they advertised, like, I thought it was going to be like something nice and, you know what I'm saying, it's Latin seafood. I'm like, yeah, this sounds like it's going to be dope. You get there, the service is horrible. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they short-staffed, so they had one girl working a lot of tables. So, the full blame can't be on her. But it was just like, I just hate going to restaurants where they advertise where it be a certain way, and then when you get there, it's something totally different. Kind of throw the vibe off. Yeah. It was just, the pictures looked amazing.
Oh, I bet.
But yeah, it wasn't worth it. We could have went somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, it was good.
Okay, well, happy
Tired,
birthday to the
ready
missus,
for pod. Yeah, happy birthday to the missus. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, but other than that, man, what we got going on this week?
Well, we have Willie Wilson gave niggas free gas.
Willie Wilson.
$1.2 million worth of free gas. You got to be very specific.
Well, it was 200,000. He's gonna get
originally.
Right. So now it's gonna be next week.
An
He's
additional
gonna give it
million.
another million. So that is
So
$1.2 million.
$1.2 in free gas. And the next election, if y'all don't vote for Willie Wilson, I don't know what the fuck to say. I'll be pissed. I'm gonna give all my motherfucking gas back. Fuck each and every last one of y'all. I want my gas back.
So should we really vote for him? Because
I'm voting for Willie Wilson.
No, go ahead.
I think it's a great gesture, but I think this is why he won't be. If I was somebody who was considered for mayor besides a voter, I would say this is a good gesture, but you're causing a lot of chaos. You could have handed out gas cards or something because you're causing a lot of chaos and potentially violence.
Yeah, and there was a lot of traffic. People complained about traffic in the area because of people waiting in line for hours to get gas.
Hours. I came home from work Thursday morning, and I drove around the corner, and I just see like cop cars like blocking off the streets, and I see a long ass line. So one of the gas stations was right here on 55th, right off King Drive.
Oh, damn.
That he was giving out the way the gas. Dude, when I tell you this line was all the way down to 51st, down to State Street.
Damn.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And that was at 6:45 a.m.
Wow, bro.
Yeah, people was lined up for that gas.
How much they getting? Like $40?
$50. So everybody got $50 worth of gas.
What's that? Like 2 gallons now?
Today I put 75 in my tank.
Yes.
75.
It's ridiculous.
It used to be when we first got that car. It was $53.
That's why I go out to the I don't get gas in the city.
Yeah,
I don't get gas in the city. I go to the same gas station every time. It's always the cheapest gas around, which I'm not going to say on camera because I don't want everybody going to this.
Look at this guy.
Are you going to hold the secrets in?
No, I mean, it already,
shut that shit, fail.
I'll tell y'all when the camera's
right. Okay.
Off camera.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, off camera. If you know me personally, hit me up, nigga.
I got the goods.
I got the goods.
Yeah, but other than
Got the
that,
gas hook up, my nigga.
fuck all that.
Hey, we once knew a guy that used to go to the gas stations and he'll sit there. And like when you pull up to the gas station, he'll walk up to you and be like, "Yo, I can give you, you know what I'm saying?
Free gas?
Yeah, give me $20. I give me $20. I give you like $40 worth of gas."
What do you got? Like?
He had like a crowbar, so he found out the way to take the panel off and hit the switch and hold it. So while you're paying to go get gas for $20,
wow.
You come back, you start pumping your gas. When it gets to like 18, he hits the switch and it keeps going to 40.
They don't see him doing this?
Oh yeah, the nigga was banned from. He got arrested so many fucking times. He was banned from damn near every gas station in the city. Like there was one of the reasons why gas stations started having security guards.
Wow,
crazy. Because motherfuckers niggas finna find a hustle, nigga. Fuck it.
Yeah, we about to find his ass.
Yeah, or he had the gift cards. He had like $500
That's what
gift
I'm saying.
cards.
So a lot of people you had to play when you had the cards.
He got like fuel stamps in this bitch.
Yeah, Chicago and land of scammers, bro.
We gonna find a way to
That's
hustle.
a hell of a scam, bro.
Free that nigga.
Yeah, right. We need him to come back.
For real. We need a group of these motherfuckers.
Where the nigga with the crowbar at? We need you, nigga. Come back.
Shit.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Man.
Right.
But they do have crowbars.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, the hero for the people.
Yeah.
His sign would be a black dude with a big G on his chest. With his hands on his on his waist.
Right.
Damn.
Be a light.
Motherfucking Captain Petroleum and shit.
Captain Petroleum.
Yeah, free him.
But Willie Wilson, man, I mean, he's a good guy.
Indeed.
Great gesture.
Of course.
But just because a motherfucker's rich and he can give out money don't mean he know how to run the city.
Right here, because the mayor that we have now knows how to run the city.
Absolutely the fuck not. We gonna get into that. We gonna get into that in a second.
So it's like, why
Steve
not?
Hark suit wearing ass.
So why not vote for Willie Wilson? Like, what the fuck else we got left?
So
I gotta see what the other candidates are.
So when you put it in that context, yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, you can't do much fucking worse than Lori Lightfoot.
Willie Wilson for mayor.
But at the same time, like, he's a great businessman, obviously.
Of course.
But I think a part of the problem, especially with politics now, is like government is not supposed to be run like a business. Like, government is not supposed to be for profit. It's supposed to be for the people. You know what I'm saying?
But the country is a business. Like, we're literally a business. So it's like I get what you're saying, but it is what it is. So we can't say that it can't be run like a business, but technically it is.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying it can't. I'm just saying it shouldn't be. So that's just my argument for why I don't want to
I don't know shit about
Willie
Willie Wilson. I even heard a crazy story that how he got his millions, which was I don't believe, but
we shouldn't say that on because if it's not corroborated, we don't want to start spreading lies.
He's a great singer.
It was good.
Willie Wilson can sing.
He got a whole gospel show on Sunday.
Wait, what?
Yes, he got a gospel
Willie
show.
Wilson
Willie Wilson on what channel, nigga? Is this cable access?
He got a whole gospel show, bro.
We gotta look this shit up.
I'm telling you,
Willie Wilson gospel hour, nigga?
Yeah, some shit like that. He got a whole gospel show, bro.
The only thing that throws me about Willie Wilson is that impediment, that speech impediment.
So that was the thing when he first ran for mayor. That's when niggas was clowning him because he kept saying the criminal.
Yeah,
not the criminal. The criminal.
I will Wilson, and I will be Rushford. That's how he talks.
So and we shouldn't disqualify him because obviously he's a very intelligent man. He's been able to amass a great fortune.
Exactly.
And like he's done a lot for people. Like he be paying bills. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he does a lot.
Willie Wilson put on for the city. You know what I'm saying?
So why not make a mayor?
I don't mean he should run the city though.
But Lord Lightfoot ran it.
That's a mistake. So like two lefts don't make two wrongs don't make it right.
Okay, well, who we had before him? Who we had before?
Rahm Emanuel.
No, we had Rahm Emanuel. And how well did Rahm Emanuel do?
Horrible.
Okay.
Oh, horrible. Okay, wait.
Rahm Emanuel is an evil human being.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wow.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Wow.
Okay, so all right, so Rahm Emanuel, who we had before then, Daly, and he was running for like 40 years, right?
King
How?
Daly.
Well, right. Yeah, he did quit. Now, out of the mayoral runs that we've had since Harold Washington, all things considered, why can't Willie Wilson be mayor?
Willie Wilson could be mayor.
You damn right. Willie Wilson for mayor.
If he can prove to the people that he can do what he says he's going to do. Because, I mean, you got to think about it.
Nobody does what they say they're going to do in politics.
I mean, well, yeah.
Nobody does that.
Nobody, but
Good point.
running a city has to be very, very difficult.
Indeed.
A lot of politics, a lot of hands being greased
Indeed.
underneath. You got to fall into a certain
Indeed.
form. So he has to prove to me that he can do that. If he can prove to me that he can do that, if I go to one of his speeches and I sit there and I really listen to him, if he makes fucking sense, I'll be like, okay, man, you may got my vote. You may got.
Well, just tune in to the Willie Wilson Gospel
Gospel
Hour.
I'm telling you, the brother got a damn gospel
I'm sure
show.
he'll have his whole platform.
And you get a free CD.
Hey, look.
Somebody handed me a CD the other day. I was like, fam, have you lost your damn mind? I don't even have a CD player in my car.
In your house.
Actually, my car still does have a CD.
Yeah,
You're
mine
lucky.
Mine do too.
Yeah. I still listen to CDs every now and then.
See, so you can get the Willie Wilson too.
Willie Wilson for mayor.
Willie Wilson for mayor?
Hey,
I'm
at least
voting
his
for that
fucking
nigga.
suits will be tailored.
Nah.
We'll be out here dressing
Hey.
like the fucking penguin.
Lori Lightfoot be looking crazy as hell, G. Why she look something like somebody's grandfather?
She like something. She needs to iron her suits. They be wrinkled as hell. Like,
So, speaking of Lori Lightfoot, she met with New York Mayor Eric Adams, New York Mayor Eric Adams,
For what?
to discuss crime fighting.
They're trying to they wanted to come together and strategize of how they can help reduce crime, which is the funniest shit ever. Because they like in America right now, New York and Chicago are at least they have to be the top 10, if not top 5 worst cities as far as crime goes. It has to be. So, and it was crazy is because one of the biggest things were as far as the solutions was gun control and blah blah blah. And New York has some of the most strict gun laws. Like if you get caught with a gun, that's an automatic 3 years in prison. Automatic.
And Illinois right behind them with that with gun laws.
And they're right behind them as far as gun laws. And guess what? The gun violence is still ridiculous. So what exactly can they come up with and strategize about? I don't know.
So, I don't know if y'all ever saw that video that Eric Adams had when he was talking about your children hiding guns and drugs in your home.
Wait,
Bro, it's some of the wildest shit.
wait. Eric Adams.
Mayor Eric, he's the mayor of New York City now. He was like, I forgot what office he held at this point in time. But he has he made a video basically about how to spy on your children in your home and how you should randomly like conduct searches.
I'm not opposed
stop
to
and
that.
frisk your children.
Yeah, and he was
You gonna stop it first. Where you going to the kitchen?
Right.
To the bathroom.
Give me that
Daddy,
book
to the
bag, little nigga.
bathroom.
What you got in here?
Hey, I'm not opposed to that.
Give me those cookies. I know you got them in your pocket.
So in principle,
Shit.
I agree. But the way he did this shit and what he was doing, like moving pictures, like, yeah, it could be a gun back here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
so your kid is gonna hide his gun behind the fucking family picture.
Maybe.
You
I
never
mean,
know.
New York
Shit,
crime system
maybe.
has been crazy. There's so many stories about New York and how their crime goes.
Bananas.
Like I think they had even a lawsuit. Shawn King was talking about. They had a lawsuit against Precinct 48 in Brooklyn, where they literally looked up the statistics of how many people was locked up and the age range and the
Ethnicity.
Exactly. Thank you, brother.
And you talking about Willie Wilson? Ain't that a bitch?
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm under.
You ever heard Willie Wilson
yeah.
say ethnicity?
He can't.
But
You don't have Willie Wilson on the show.
New York has a lot of shit. Like they do have that stop and frisk shit, which is crazy. I think they
Not
still
anymore.
got
No, they
that.
don't have that
They got
anymore.
rid of it, right?
Right.
Yeah, they got rid of
That
that
was
long
the
time.
craziest thing. Like you get locked up for like weed.
So the NYPD
bullshit.
is notorious. You had many. I mean, you got the Central Park
5.
Central Park 5. You had the Amadou Diallo. There's been so many cases and where the NYPD have like just
dropped the ball.
I mean, in CPD, I mean, we got hella lawsuits. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the fact that these two people, who are also kind of like political clowns. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lori Lightfoot, I'm sorry, man. Like, there's no way she could get reelected. It's not even.
She might.
Fuck how she looks, right? The things that she's done. Like the platform that she ran on and all the promises that she made, she's literally done like nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing she said she was gonna do. And then but she also just has all these like weird press conferences. She had on the fucking leprechaun suit the other day. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like she's a fucking joke, man. And
that was hers.
It's crazy.
That was hers.
St. Patrick's Day.
That was her personal.
That was her personal suit. That was a St. Patrick's Day suit.
She do be dressing kind of wild.
Yeah, it's just she's just always doing this, and and it's just either way. It just seems like the last two people that need to come together to discuss strategy of any fucking kind.
It's just really weird. Like when I read that, I'm like, this has to be a meme. You know what I mean? Like it's just
real
something.
life.
It's like this isn't real. I can't. You can't force me to believe that that's real. I refuse to believe that's real.
I'm sad about the situation because like when she first got in office, we hit the pandemic 7 months later. So I was on her side like, okay, look,
Indeed.
This is something you never experienced before. No one has experienced, so I can't judge you on your decisions or how you make shit happen because no one knows how to operate with a whole global pandemic.
Indeed.
But after that, it was like, okay, I got faith. Oh shit, she did something again and over and over and over again. I'm looking like, yo, you bugging.
So she's like a Bears quarterback.
When in that you mean like trash, yeah.
Like you think they go, oh yeah. Oh,
nah, I mean, it ain't never really.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I don't take that seriously.
I was gonna say about strict gun laws. I think that's a hallmark of a violent city. You think about the cities with the strictest gun laws are always the most violent. The cities with the loosest gun laws are usually
one of the safest cities. I mean, relatively speaking.
Well, that's because like you go to a place like in Texas, where there's pretty much open carry, but like it's different when everybody knows that somebody probably got strapped on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Like you gonna carry yourself differently. You know.
Indeed.
And it's just, I mean, the environments are different. You know, but there really is no correlation between like lowering crime and strict gun laws.
I think
you know what I'm saying? It doesn't work. It doesn't work to really prevent crime. It just works to get.
I would have to argue that because if you make it unlawful to carry weapons, then only criminals are going to carry the weapons.
I know, so that's gonna make it worse.
Exactly. But if I'm a criminal, if I know there's a 60 to 70% chance anybody I run up on probably has a pistol, I might rethink what I'm doing.
How about this? How about if you get caught with a pistol and you kill somebody, I'll just chop your hand off. How about that? I'm just saying. Like, I really think, like, look, I pay attention to other shit what they do in other countries, and I'm full for some of that shit. Like, if you rape somebody, nigga, you lose your dick. I don't give a fuck. Like, it's a wrap. It's over.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Like, whoa. Like, whoa.
Like, we wasn't even talking about that shit. You talking about cutting niggas' dicks off?
Right.
Like,
guillotine.
Wait a minute.
what the fuck just happened?
I'm just saying. But
And that's the mimosa you drinking, right?
All right.
it has to be something in some type of rule books where they can make it more. I'm sorry, man. Like,
but I think, yeah. I think they looking at it in the vacuum. Also got to look at what's going on in New York and Chicago. I mean, you got the strict gun laws. You got all this gentrification. It's a lot of other things that kind of add to crime. You know what I'm saying?
So I think it's what I mean is people always want to, especially people like in holding municipal offices like mayor, governors, you know what I'm saying, police chiefs, district attorneys, and all that other stuff. Their response to violence in communities is always like heavier policing, harsher penalties, putting more people in jail, as opposed to actually but violence is more indicative of like people in desperate situations, low income, right, and right as a result of economics, right. So, but they don't. So it's never addressed the economics of the situation. It's never addressing why these communities, why are these people in these disenfranchised? Why are these communities being divested
Right, just
You know,
just a simple.
yeah, it's just we just gonna put more people in jail.
I will. The only thing I would say is, as far as violence goes, they are clearly talking about a specific portion of violence, but they're not going to openly say it.
Right.
The specific portion of violence that they're both referring to is gang violence. That's what they're talking about. They're not going to say that because it's going to become, you just targeting young niggas.
Right.
So what they did in New York, or I don't know if they're trying, I mean, at least that's what they're trying to, don't know if there's actually been done or not, they're trying to ban drill music.
Drill music, yeah.
So because they believe drill music is one of the reasons why violence is the way that it is.
Yeah.
Which I think is one of the silliest things I've ever heard in my life. But it is one of those things where it's like, you can't ban music. Right. But anyway, as far as what when they're talking about, because I do agree with economic situations that we're talking about, especially like somebody robbing somebody for their purse or whatever the case is. But the violence that they refer, or the crime that they're referring to is like carjackings. Just going to shoot. You trying to shoot somebody across. You trying to shoot this nigga across the street and hitting an innocent bystander. That's right. These back and forth killing. That's typically within the youth. That's what they're really talking about.
But that happens in poor communities.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, that is very, 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 very true. But I can't 100% say that even does the lack of economics in general have a big play a big part in it? Of course. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and say, well, if that just the general cycle of this game versus this game, this person killed this person, so we got to give retaliation for this, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm not just going to sit there and just put that solely on economics. I can't.
I mean, you can't put it solely there, but
it is a big part. It's a part of it for sure.
It's a bigger. If you actually invest in these communities, like and actually like investing in the people. Indeed. Investing in their education. It's just like I always talk about with people, when there's a reason that schools are funded via property taxes. Mm-hmm. That basically all but ensures that people that are the poorest are also going to be the least educated, which limits their options. You know what I'm saying? So if you're stuck in this place and it's everybody's in desperate situations, people are not necessarily being nourished properly. You know what I'm saying? They may not always have heat, gas, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of
electricity, a lot of bare necessities.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you'd be surprised.
You're existing without these things. So you're going to act out in different ways.
Yeah. I know some high school counselors that have told me horror stories about how these teenagers.
Yeah, man, these kids be in such fucked up situations at home.
Sure. Oh, I agree. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So they're gonna act out. Yeah, they might be a little violent, but it's not. But the solution is not to lock them up for more years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that like nobody should be punished for any crimes, but the solutions that are normally presented by people in power are harsher penalties, more policing.
Right.
Like, we need more police on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna solve fucking crime. Like that. Like, that's what.
No, it's not.
Yeah, exactly. But we need to move on from that. But yeah, hopefully that nothing comes from that meeting from Eric Adams and Lori Lightfoot. Just
unless they know Batman or the Power Rangers.
I know what to do.
The Batman voice. Yeah. Oh man!
Which is speaking of which, I know we have to move on, but there's like no segue to this next topic. So
I was just thinking about that. Looking at this rundown, like, how do we transition from what we just talked about?
I don't know.
So going into this,
I'll let you figure that one. I'm gonna let you take
the next one.
Yeah,
I tell you, go to the next one and feed off that one and go into the.
No, how, nigga? What? That is literally no.
There's no way of doing that.
What is the next one?
So okay,
male sex toys.
Oh, he said, well, speaking of dicks, no.
Male sex toys. Now,
so we're just gonna.
We're just gonna go into it.
We're just gonna do it. Okay.
We're just gonna do it.
Well, speaking of manipulation.
So this is, mind you, this is a topic that we just randomly thought about.
Don't say we. This is not a we thing. Don't you dare put that on me, Lucky Bobby.
Look, I put that on me. I put it in the group chat because we was.
That's right. Take responsibility.
And
don't you dare. This nigga said we. Hold on. I want this to be known. This nigga said we.
Don't associate me with this bullshit.
Did not come up with this. This is solely the light skinned brother with that just touched that button right there.
All right, let me explain
why
this came in.
Elaborate.
This nigga be
So we was
buttons.
in a group chat. We was talking about something. I believe that I started off with a story. We was talking about relationships in some way or whatever the fact of the matter may be.
Right.
But I personally know a dude that was married for 12 years.
All right.
Right. Very successful man. He had a divorce,
Mm-hmm.
and I know him through people. So we at the bar. It's like maybe like 4 or 5 of us. We sitting there drinking brews, talking shit.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? And he started talking about like how we was talking about like how at the time we was single, how we was dating and stuff like that. And he was like, "Yo, well, I haven't been on a date in God knows how long."
Okay.
So one of the asked him, guy shit, what the fuck you mean? You ain't fucking out here? Da, 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 whatever. So the guy told us that after 12 years of marriage, he became 41. He decided to take a break from dating women,
All right.
right, to more focus on himself because he financially
He's really focused on
he like
himself.
I did right. He did. He like I did take a hit, so I really wanted to focus. So his excuse was the reason why he has a pocket pussy is because he didn't want to date other women.
You see him saying like you see how you just
He just threw the pocket pussy
right,
in there.
right. No. Hold on. Wait a minute. Stop.
I'm going to it.
No, you went past it. You just
No, I'm gonna go back into the pocket pussy.
Finish your story.
So I was like,
and then
wait a
we
minute.
will retort.
I was like, wait a minute, what you got a what? And he like a pocket pussy. You have it with you? Like, please don't tell me you at the bar with this pocket pussy.
What you call me?
You go to the bathroom. I'm not shaking your hand when I leave. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. So I'm like, he like, nah, man. He like, me and my wife was in some real kinky stuff, and he like, I was go to the sex store, and he was like, I saw it, I picked it up. He like, shit, nigga, I'm lonely. Like, I'm not dating anybody. I'm not trying to have sex with another woman until I get my shit together. So he like, that's how I used to relieve my stress throughout the time.
God.
I
was like,
now?
All right. And then that made me think about,
I got to Google pocket pussy. I got to see what this looks like.
Pocket pussy.
So what the pictures look like, and we'll probably
It's like a
post it
flashlight,
up.
right?
No, it looks like it's about this big,
Huh.
and it has a button, and it comes with lube, and it has like, it's crazy. It rotates and sucks at the same time. Like you could just put it on your penis and just go hands free with it.
So I can put it on my penis and like be talking on the phone. Yeah. So what were you saying, Down?
And within minutes, you're just,
He said within minutes.
10 minutes. Might be not even that long. You know what I'm saying? But it made me think, like, we always talk shit about women and their dildos and their toys and shit like that.
Niggas be going in on the Rose, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, niggas be acting like the Rose did something personally
Right.
to
Well,
them.
I
like,
still don't understand that, but go ahead.
But I was just like, damn, like, I looked it up, bro. There is, look, I got the statistics.
Oh, Lord.
So I did read that that it's estimated that 45% of men, adult men,
Yes.
use sex toys. So now.
But-
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But the number one sellers of the what guys do buy are, so they're porn stars that do have like molds of their vagina and their buttocks. That's on the top 3 list of what guys buy: cock rings, dick pills,
I feel like I'm on
That's
Family
not sex
Feud.
handcuffs.
Yeah, it said dick. Yeah, dick
That's not
pills
a
like
sex
yeah.
toy.
But these are things that are all sold at the porn store. So like, I mean, they
No, we
just
talking
have
about sex toys.
Yeah, we talking about
sex
toys.
toys.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
sex
talking
toys,
about
but
different
I'm just saying.
So my here okay. All right. Man, I lost my train of thought. I'll come back to it.
I mean, it's
You
wild.
need to gather your thoughts.
I got my
So
thoughts.
okay, I have a few thoughts, right?
All right.
So, in terms of like you mentioned something about like using sex toys like with your partner, right?
Yeah.
That can actually be pretty fucking fun.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? But like it's normally like in my experience, it's been with the woman. I don't personally own any toys myself.
I don't either.
Yeah, and it just I don't know. Like, and this is not to whatever people are into all types. People have all types of kinks.
Indeed.
People do all types of things in the comfort of their own homes, and get out how you live.
Indeed.
for me personally, I just feel like there is no point I could be at in my life where I would just be sitting at home fucking a plastic pelvis. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's legit. You talking about that mold, it's really just a pelvis.
And it feels like I've been to the sex store. You can touch
weird.
it. Yeah, you can touch it. It feels weird.
There's no way. It's just like, bro. So the thing is, when you touched on it, is like, because dudes be getting so they get so upset. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all you always see. Like when it snows, it's like, yeah, go have the road shovel your snow for you. It's like, I mean, bro, that's kind of weird that you're so concerned about that. But, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's just now in my mind that a lot of these dudes that are out here so upset about shit like that probably are at home fucking a plastic pelvis. You know what I'm saying? And it's just
plastic pelvis.
It's so fucking odd. Like I said, people are in this. It's odd to me, right? Like if I'm sure, I mean, they're big sellers. Obviously, people buy them for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Some people are using them. So
they're addicted.
I mean, they are addicted. Jesus Christ.
Here's the thing. I get that's a thing. It's just.
Do you have any sex toys in your house?
Fuck no. Like you talking about like male? No, we talking specifically.
Just sex toys. Period. Any of you guys have?
I mean, look,
I bought one for my girl one time.
I mean, it's like as far as what me and my old lady does, we don't have. That's not our thing.
Apparatus.
But but that's different. But see, that's the thing. You're talking about male sex toys.
Male sex toys.
That's not this that day. So we're talking
it's definitely
about
different.
That's just something
very
completely different.
Yeah,
So
it is.
There's legitimately no reason why that should be a conversation or be brought up in a conversation between. I just don't understand how.
And look, during that situation, I just look like.
You know what I mean?
And he's just, and the dude, I ain't gonna lie, he's weird and quirky, like, you know what I'm saying? So he like talks about shit, and I'll be like, and this is not the only time he says some shit, and we all look like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? He just be off in his own shit, but it was just crazy, and it just made me think. And like Rail said, a lot of men hate on women and their toys and stuff like that. And I think you touched on something like, it could be something.
I just think it's I don't know. I think it's kind of insidious because it's like in the day and age when people are becoming more and more unsocial, and dare I say, especially guys, it's like now it gives you more of a reason to be more unsocial. It's like, okay, you can't talk to women, so now you get yourself more sexually satisfied with the toys. So more guys using the toys, more women are using toys. It's like now they're not going to really know how to interact with each other. And if you get so used to using a toy, then maybe the real person is not going to be enough for you. And as these sex toys start to evolve, I mean, they have whole sex dolls, and they have the sex dolls.
Whole
now.
Sex dolls,
they
G,
have,
for
I mean,
like
that's been around for a long time.
But I'm saying, but now they have the sex dolls with like Siri level AIs in them. So what happens when you can't tell, like, when we talk about technology, what happens when I can't tell the sex toy from a real chick?
Wow. Well, I think you would know the difference.
Yeah,
I think you would know.
And let me just say this one last point. One time, me and my girl, we went to the zoo, and this dude was there with his girlfriend in a wheelchair, but his girlfriend was a sex toy.
Oh.
In a wheelchair.
Yes, I've seen that same.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen that.
Okay.
Weird.
So that's strange.
It was actually a dude on a show. I don't know what show it was. No, it was like one of those Lifetime addictive shows. Like people are addicted to like weird shit. Like the girl to eat like mattress.
I've seen that.
Stuff into some crazy shit.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
But he was on there. He literally had a doll, and he brought her outfits and everything. Like, and he was a black dude, weird, quirky black dude, and he was like, "Yeah, go." They went shopping for his doll. Like he's in the women's department trying to see if it's gonna fit the outfits, and they was like, "So what do you do sexually?" He like, we have our fun. I was just like, yo.
I mean, as long as like people are into all types of stuff.
Indeed.
As long as you're being safe,
Of
as
course.
long as you ain't hurting nobody.
So what's safe sex with a sex doll?
I mean, well, obviously you have a reasonable expectation that they don't have any
left
diseases.
the batteries out or something.
You know what I'm saying? Like
You ain't got to worry about her making a lawsuit against you either.
Just as long as it's consensual.
True.
It is. No, you saying the sex like space sex don't have AI? What if she gets Hold on.
Wow.
What if this
the robot fucks?
What if this doll becomes conscious? Like, you know what? Yeah, it becomes very self-aware. Damn. Like, you know what? You're gross. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, bitch, I paid for you. Wow. I get to do whatever the fuck I want.
Not even that. What happened was the total opposite. He just gets raped by a robot.
Hey, but what would that have to do?
I'm sorry, that is not funny.
I know we going off in the weeds here, but what would that have to do? Whose fucking phone is that?
It's a Facebook dial. I don't know what phone it is.
I think it's over there, brother.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But anyway, like, what would that have to do to your self-esteem? If you,
what do you mean?
If you have this AI sex robot doll thing,
and this is you,
yeah, and it becomes self-aware, and you're like, you know what, you don't really do it for me. So you're already at the point where you're not interacting with humans. Now, some people may prefer that. It may not even be like a necessary, like they can't get with a woman. It just may be their kink. You know what I'm saying? But it's still got to be like a, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how a fucking robot refuses you?
That's kind of like the premise for that movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix when he fell in love with the
operating system. That was actually a really good movie.
Yeah, man.
That was a Spike Jonze movie, if I'm not.
I forget, but I mean, that can happen now.
I mean, so and that movie came out a while ago, and I mean, it is interesting to see with the way these operating systems are, like, you know, and these personal, like, you got like Siri and the way all that stuff, and the way artificial intelligence is evolving. Like, the sex industry is always going to be involved in that somehow.
Yeah, always.
because people are, it's never going to go away. People are always going to purchase these things. Worse. Like blow up dolls and sex toys for men have always existed for real. But it's just not something that, it's just one of those things. That's not something that men really discuss. For I guess a lot of obvious reasons. It's just not something that men would be comfortable.
Yeah, I don't think anybody at this table like, so I went to the sex store and I just bought this.
I'm going to speak for myself for sure and say I don't give a shit what the fuck y'all do in your spare time. Don't tell me about it because I don't care about it.
Yeah, I think individually, you know, like I said, what you do in the comfort of your home is fine, but when we have like large numbers of men and women who will rather relegate themselves to machines, XYZ, as opposed to regular people. I think that's the issue. Then we couple that with the metaverse and social media. I think it's a bigger problem than we think.
Do you really want to have sex with an individual that would much rather have a doll?
If I'm in the metaverse, how would I know?
That's what I'm saying. But would you how attractive would that person really be to you if they really are?
I mean, in the metaverse,
with something that isn't real. You know what I mean? So it's like,
But see, I'm an older guy, so these are things that we won't have to really deal with. But our children, that could be something to have to deal with.
But that's an interesting thought because, like, when women openly use sex toys,
and they talk about it,
they have parties, and none of that makes them any less attractive to men, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you've never been like, oh, you use a dildo? I'm not gonna fuck with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Like, nobody. So that's what I'm saying. So it's always so weird to me. Now, there are certain situations where I can kind of understand. Like, if you feel like if you're in a relationship and you feel like your girl is giving her toy more time than you. Okay, then I can see you having
that's a situation. Yeah,
that's a situation. But outside of that, like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like the people that like randomly. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know why that rose triggered people so much.
Because, I mean, to think about it, look, those things, these toys, period, are amazing in what they do.
Indeed.
And how they are able to do these things. So it's just like.
Are you speaking from experience?
No. I mean, I go to sex. I've been to sex stores before. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They're amazing at what they do.
This nigga got a pocket.
Because
y'all seen your eyebrows
so wait,
are gone,
when y'all was kids,
he got a pocket.
When y'all was kids, y'all never watched, like, I'm pretty much sure y'all did, like HBO Real Sex,
absolutely,
shit like that. You never watched HBO Real Sex, the show that came on for an hour, or Taxi Cab Confessions, and they take you. You know what I'm saying?
That's a nigga. You saw Real Sex more than once.
Both of those.
You know what I'm saying? Stop fucking lying.
But you know what I'm saying? This is how I know about these things because they have them on the show. Like, you know what I'm saying? I even watched the show with T-Pain when he was hosting, and a girl, she invented a necklace that was actually a vibrator. Like it was gold. It was 24 karat gold. And it was just small. It was like, it looked like something you put a pin in. You know what I'm saying? And put the top on. Like something like
auto-tune vibrator?
And she said you can take it. Women can take it off and go handle their business in the bathroom or wherever they feel they need to. They can always have it. And it looks like jewelry. Like it looked like a fucking chain. And she made millions off that shit. Millions. She was working at Wendy's, my nigga, and created that shit and made millions.
The sex industry is like, sex toys.
These toys are way advanced.
Movies, you know what I'm saying? Like all the sex industry is always going to be profitable. It's always going to evolve. And men, it's weird because like men like we'll openly talk about like watching porn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've gone places and niggas just be like watching porn like it's a regular movie.
That shit is weird.
That's weird. That's always been weird to me.
Like if I ever walked in the house and that was on, I'd be like, all right, Joe.
Hey, remember back in the day when niggas used to ride around with TVs and have porn playing on them all the time? Motherfuckers used to have the TV. They used to see that shit regularly. You know what I'm saying? So
especially out west in the vans.
Those Astro Vans,
yeah, Astro Vans.
Always had the Vans with the 42-inch playing Booty Call Part 6.
Booty Talk.
Booty Talk.
Get it right, nigga. That's a legendary series. You shall not disrespect Booty Talk on my watch.
Oh man.
But in all seriousness, man, it's kind of like it's just weird to me that there is such vitriol towards women when men use the shit regularly. Like we may not. Like I said, I can never see myself. Like it's just like how do you clean it? Like do you know what I'm saying? Like that just that whole process.
You let a friend borrow.
You gotta put a water. Oh
no!
God.
Whoa!
Let me get that back down.
Never.
Hey man, you had my pussy for 2 weeks.
You broke my shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's disgusting.
You gotta put a water hose in that motherfucker. Like you know what I'm saying? All types of disinfectant. You gotta clean it with Lysol. It's just it seems like it's too much. You know what I'm saying? Like it's but obviously a lot of other people disagree with us. You know what I'm saying? And to your point about it being like sort of impersonal and ruining the interactions, I just kind of feel like that's always been happening. Like people have so you don't necessarily have to have a toy to pleasure yourself. Right?
True.
You know what I'm saying? So there have always been people that have kind of like, okay, well, I don't need, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like it can affect like how you interact with people.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when it even comes to that, like you can be like desensitized. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there are like effects that, you know what I'm saying, that are very real. I'm just more so like just kind of weirded out by how people, it's like just like a real contradiction. Well, a lot of people like to talk shit about women using them and men use them a lot. Yeah, I mean, it's like there's a huge market for this shit. I mean, they have millions and millions of sales every year. Yeah. Somebody buying these motherfuckers.
Somebody buying them.
You know
you never know. Yeah, you never know. You might be at work and maybe one of your coworkers. You never know.
They be in the meeting.
You never know.
Has a pussy in his pocket.
Why John always be in the bathroom for like 30 minutes?
Well, damn. But I think again, it's more smiled upon for women as opposed to frowned upon for men, because I feel like when it comes to sex, women are more the sellers and we're the buyers, because the opportunity cost to get pussy is way higher than opportunity cost to get dick. If a woman could just go out there and stand out the street and say, I want dick, somebody's gonna pick her up. I could go and stand on the street, I want some pussy, I'm gonna get arrested. So it's like the opportunity cost for them is way less.
I don't even know where this went to.
I'm just saying.
Hey, but you know what?
Chris, like, I don't even have a rebuttal for that shit right now. I can't even.
I mean, but
you kind of blew my mind. You ain't gonna lie.
But if you do go outside with a sign that says "I want pussy," there is a good possibility that you're going to be fucking arrested.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Yeah. And it's like, and there's a trend now with all the things going on today's political climate where women are saying that they don't need men for this, don't need men for that. I've even seen a meme where the woman said, well, men don't get mad at us, get mad at technology. I don't need you to fix my car and call a mechanic. I don't need you to bring my food. I can call Uber Eats. and it just goes on. And I think this is just a leg of that, where women are starting to feel like, well, we can replace men. That's, of course, until they hit the wall, then they start to rethink these things. But I think this is just a leg of that. Men start to feel replaced. Because if I go on a date with a girl, have sex with her, she's like, well, that's okay. You ain't even as good as my rose. I'm like, well, bitch, fuck your rose. But you know what I'm saying?
Fuck them.
So that's one way of looking at it. You know what I'm saying?
There's more fish in the sea.
That's right.
But there's also like, so it's not necessarily like the toy itself, but like everybody knows what they want for themselves.
Yeah.
Right. So it may not even be like you know, when the first time like you guys were interacting that way, then you may not have learned like what really gets her to where she needs to be. So
that's another topic right there.
Yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? But so it's not necessarily. It doesn't really have anything to do with the toy per se. The toy is just it's a tool. It's a conduit.
But if she's so used to this tool, and then some real guy comes through, me or whoever,
but you have to think about the situation like this. When you meet a woman and you and her, y'all connect on that type of level, she don't need that no more. If
she ain't throwing that shit away.
I mean, she ain't throwing it away, but the thing about it is she don't really, when a woman is committed to a man and she finally, you know, submits and everything like that, she don't really use the toy too often because you guys are in heat. You always going to have to create a moment of sexuality. If you've been with her for years and years, you have to reinvent things to keep it fresh. You have to do stuff. That's what those sex toys do come in when as far as a couple wise. You know what I'm saying? But if you had sex with a girl and she like, oh, my rose, she ain't got no connection with you. Because women really connect more spiritually and mentally with you. You ever been having sex with a woman, she like, you know, just they cry and oh, I love you. It just more emotions to the simple fact of
I just feel like this
easily be replaced by a toy. If you're easily replaced by a toy, you just obviously ain't doing the job.
I just feel like this technology is not just about me and myself. I'm just saying I think this technology just hinders social and dare I say sexual interaction with people. It's only gonna get worse.
I mean, and in a way, I definitely agree with you. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's also like a bit of a separate conversation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I definitely agree in terms of like it ruining interactions between like men and women.
Indeed.
And I guess it's definitely related. You know what I'm saying? In what we're talking about. But I just feel like I won't necessarily say like men should be more open about it. But it's just like, but don't be a contradiction either.
Yeah, I'm not.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't talk shit about women doing it when you know you got a fucking plastic vagina at home. You know what I'm saying? That's really my main point.
I feel
like people do what they want to do. You can use what they want to use. You know what I'm saying? I feel like as long as you don't hurt nobody, but don't be a hypocrite when it comes to this shit.
Because it's wild. There's pretty some wild shit out there.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say, lastly on that, I think men are expected to be hunters and women are expected to be, I don't want to say prey, but they're expected to be waited to be chosen. So if a girl, if I'm a chick and I see my friend, she got the little, I don't know, vibrator, latest, whatever. Oh, you got one too. I'm tired of these niggas. I ain't trying to wait for them blase Skippy. As opposed, I go to my boy house, we play basketball, go in his refrigerator, and there's an ass in there. Then I might be like, dog, I thought
in his refrigerator? Now you're talking about some Jeffrey Dahmer.
I don't know where they put the asses, man.
Why are you friends with somebody who keep an ass in the refrigerator? That's the question.
He didn't tell me about the ass, but I'm just saying.
If you go to somebody's house and there's an ass in the refrigerator, you need to get the fuck out of it.
I'm just saying. It can be in the refrigerator, the bathroom, where I don't know where to keep the asses.
I mean, granted, I don't have one of those, but I'm positive.
You don't have a refrigerator or ass?
I don't know.
No, I have a refrigerator. I'm just saying like
I don't know where the asses go, but I'm just saying you might go use this bathroom. There's an ass in the cabinet. Okay, dude.
In the cabinet?
You told me you had a girl, but I'm just saying it makes the dude look kind of sick because I'm expected to be able to like talk to women with some game and be able to get in their pants via game as opposed to hitting the artificial thing now saying I don't have a game.
And that could be a reason why men wouldn't be so open.
Yeah.
Because of that notion, like you would be perceived as like you can't get women if you choose to use.
I mean, because that's what I mean.
And I would clown.
Like, I'm a roast.
I mean, I feel like I've kind of been roasting them this whole time.
Right. When I was in that conversation,
I would clown.
When I was in that conversation, his guys, because the people I was with, those were his friends, so he's known them all his life. So they was really clowning him. I was just an extra person. You know what I'm saying? So You know, I'm sitting there looking like, what the fuck? And the dude was like, man, what the fuck you mean you got a pocket pussy? What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you?
If they don't clown you, they don't love you.
And I was just sitting there like, wow.
They ain't your homies, they ain't clowning you.
I
I
would
was
have
like,
gave us.
wow.
Hey,
That was crazy.
to whoever that young man is with the pocket pussy, hey, bro, man, do you. Live in your truth.
Live in your truth, man.
Live in your truth, brother.
Just don't get it from the dollar store.
Yeah. And just make sure you clean it regularly.
Right.
You know what
Do
I'm
they have
saying?
a pocket pussy cleaner?
There-
Like a
there-
toothbrush or something?
There has to be a way to clean it. I would hope so. If it's if it's not a way to clean it, or maybe you gotta keep buying pussies. I don't know.
Hey, shit. That's theirs. They can do what the fuck they want to do with it.
That's true. You don't have to clean it. You're right. You know, hey, if you want to,
they ain't sharing it. You know, it ain't community pocket pussy.
If they share drug needles, I guess they share that.
No, true.
Like,
Okay.
I'm just saying.
And on that note, it is time to move on.
Well, damn.
One of my favorite artists.
Okay.
One of my favorite artists.
Pocket
and
pussy?
nah. Chris Brown.
Oh,
It's one of my
Chris
favorite
Breezy.
artists. Chris Breezy. And I love Chris Brown. Look, Chris Brown has great fucking music. I think he is the Michael Jackson of this time.
Another conversation.
That's a stretch.
Conversation another day.
for
Don't even do it. Just
wait.
Please go past it. Don't even do it because you about to start some shit.
No, I'm not. I'm not about to
Yes, you
start no
are
shit.
by saying that.
No, not for our age group. For the younger age group. That's
But he's
their
a part
Michael.
Stop it. He's our generation.
I think,
He's our
32.
generation.
Chris Brown is in his 30s, bro.
30.
I mean,
He's
he came
our
out,
generation.
But well, yeah, you okay? My bad.
Chris Brown is in his 30s, though.
He came out when I was 20. I was 21 years old.
Chris Brown may be like, how
He's
old is he?
32.
He's 32?
Yeah.
Okay.
Check it out.
Yeah, he came out. But he was just recently in the news
yes.
because he got accused for rape by a young lady that would remain nameless because they say Jane Doe or something.
Fuck her. They didn't say her damn name.
I don't know her name. That's what I'm saying.
I'm
All
just
the reports say
saying,
Jane Doe.
that Jane Doe bullshit. But no, keep going.
But so apparently they hooked up in Miami at Diddy's boat party or whatever. And she said that he drugged her and had sex with her and stuff like that. She then put a lawsuit for $20 million for this. So Chris Brown, of course, gets winds of it. He puts out the text messages and the phone calls and the voice messages of her before and after the situation. She talked to this man after the situation, and it was just always on like some hanging out. When we see each other again? Da 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 da. So her lawyers got this information and immediately dropped her,
of course,
from the case.
Good.
So that brings up the discussion of when these things do happen, right? In these instances where some women have came out and said this individual raped me, this person did this person did that, and they file a lawsuit to get money, right? And then they come to find out that they lied and their only mission was to get the money. Nothing happens to them. They go back home, they go back to their regular life, a regular job. And a lot of people feel that should be some type of jail time or some type of fine or punishment, because in a lot of cases there have been lives ruined because of a woman that says, hey, this guy raped me. Scholarships, careers ended, job lost, divorce, all types of situations that have happened in this world. Now, we are on this podcast, we don't condone rape on any type of level.
Indeed.
Period. You know what I'm saying? If you're a rapist, you're a creep, you're a bum.
We don't do that.
You don't deserve to be on this earth, in my book. But in that situation, some of the women are not punished. And I feel, me personally, I think they should get 30 days. 30 days, 45 days.
30 days.
Fuck them. 30 days ain't enough. They should be no. I think you should be like, that should be like an automatic. That should be a harsh fucking sentence, because 30 days that's too easy.
Nothing.
I say like, I don't know, like 2 or 3
Did you ever
years.
spend 30 days in jail? Nigga, that ain't nothing.
That's still no. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying like 30 days.
I spent like 30 hours.
30 days in jail or 30 days in prison is two different things. So like, if we talking about like 30, I'm talking about you should need to do like 2 or 3 years in prison, especially if it's a blatant lie like that.
Right.
Specifically if the person went to jail for it.
Or if the person actually had like it's been football players. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They've been promised like $20 million. And he has his whole life ahead of him, and then all of a sudden, boom.
So there are a couple of cases that come to mind There was a football player by the name of Brian Banks. It was a high school standout in Georgia. And he had committed to USC to play for Pete Carroll. This is back in 2012. And unfortunately, he was then accused of rape by somebody that he knew for a long time. And Brian Banks ended up going to jail for 6 years. Well, it was like 5.5.
Crazy.
He ended up going to jail for 5.5, 6 years. And he basically, his life was ruined. So it later came out his accuser, and not to mention, she also sued the school district.
Wow. And
got $1.5 million from the school district in a settlement because of the rape, the alleged rape. She then later on contacted Brian Banks and admitted to him. It was like through Facebook. It was a really crazy story. She admitted to him, basically said in writing that she lied.
I'm quite sure he knew.
Yeah, obviously he knew he ain't raped her. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but he had ordered pocket pussy.
But she admitted it, so he ended up getting exonerated. Right? But he's already spent this time in jail.
That's what, man.
You know what I'm saying? So he was actually able to get some tryouts in the NFL. And he actually was he played in a couple of preseason games with the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay.
But he never was able to actually make anything of his career.
And that has to be mentally fucked up.
Yeah, and so but we talk about what happens. So that woman, she never spent any time in jail.
Yeah, what happened to her?
But she was made there was a judgment rendered against her for $2.5 million. So she was supposed to pay the $1.5 million that she received back, plus another $1 million on top of that.
Did she pay it back?
Right.
Well, I don't know. That's you know what I'm saying. Like,
she probably paid whatever she didn't spend.
If you have a judgment against you, then they're gonna take whatever income you have. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Damn.
Yeah, it's almost like like if you get into the trouble with the IRS, they'll just come in your bank account, seize your shit. It's a similar thing.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So one way or another, if she's gonna work, if she's gonna live, she's gonna have to pay that money. Right. So
that's good, though. Shit.
Yeah, and I'm not to say that so if you falsely accuse someone of a crime, because there was also another football player at the University of Baylor by the name of Shawn Oakman, who was falsely accused of rape. And he actually he didn't spend any time in prison, but he went to trial and he actually beat it.
Right. So
he was projected to be a first-round pick after this rape accusation, and it took him. He was fighting his case for 3 years.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So when he was finally proven innocent, he still never got a shot in the NFL. So that's kind of like lives ruined. Now, this isn't to say that because these are rare occasions, right?
You think so?
Yeah,
no. Damn how rare it is, and I don't give a fuck if it's just one. Them bitches need to be locked up. Fuck them. I don't like you should you don't understand what the type of shit that does to somebody. Like that shit is ridiculous. I don't care. Like I get it. Men do women get raped? Yes. Is the good high 90-some% men that do it? Yes. Again, I'm not sitting there suggesting that women are lying about that because that's not what the fuck I'm saying.
Right.
And if you feel that I'm saying that, shut the fuck up. I'm not saying that. But if you are lying about that shit, you need to be punished heavily for that. Especially for them, they lost, they legit.
Millions.
These were
their lives were ruined.
Their lives were ruined.
Yeah.
And they didn't do anything. The worst was the lady had to pay back the $1.5 million that she was awarded from suing the school. Plus, she had to pay $1 million in damages. She got off easy. Fuck her. Fuck both of them. Fuck them bitches. And fuck the bitch that sit there and lied on Chris Brown. All them hoes need to sit there and be like, I think they need to be locked the fuck up. Maybe not the chick that was doing it for Chris Brown, because Chris Brown, luckily, for him, he had receipts, so he didn't have to, so his image was good. But then you had to go with the scrutiny of, especially in the media, you had all these women that was on her side.
They were killing him. They were killing him.
And then all of a sudden, when Chris Brown put all this shit up about, hey, this bitch is lying, everybody was fucking silent. Fuck them bitches. Fuck all the hoes that sit there saying that, that was going against Chris Brown and saying, he needs to be this. He's been fuck all of y'all because y'all goofy as fuck for sitting there y'all want to ride with this broad for saying this bullshit. Right. Then as soon as you get proven false, all y'all hoes silent. Fuck everybody else, man. That shit is ridiculous.
It really is.
Like y'all legitimately, it bothers me when shit like this transpires. You maintain this energy when it comes to the woman that's sitting there that's making these accusations, rightfully so, especially if it happens. But then at the same time, if you know she's lying, that bitch got to get she got to get way more heat than whoever the guy that she was accusing was. Like for example, saying like kind of like with Meg Thee Stallion, like it's coming out that Meg Thee Stallion was fucking lying. Same with her. She need to get dragged too. If you sitting there, if
it is proven that she was lying,
you gotta get dragged.
That she was lying.
It is what it is. You got to get dragged. You causing people their livelihoods. Fuck you. You need to be dragged. Kiss my. Fuck you. All y'all like no. I'm dead serious on that. Like that shit is ridiculous. And I guess we gotta stop pussyfooting on that. If you lying, expecting to accuse somebody of rape, fuck you. You need to be in jail. Indeed. That's my rant.
Well, damn.
Well, goddamn.
It grinds my gears.
That's just like, no, but I mean, if you think, like, because as I was saying earlier, like, there was 1.5, and I'm saying 1.5 instances where this is some years ago. This was one, matter of fact, there was one chick that was, that I was dealing with. This was, again, some years ago that I was dealing with. I just smashed. And when I didn't want anything to do with her anymore after that, because I was a dick, all of a sudden she's gonna sit there and say that she was legitimately going to, because she had smashed. She fucked, like I fucked her and one of my homies fucked her, and she was gonna sit there and say she was gonna go to police and say that we raped her. That's like this shit happened to me previously, and I'm like, well, that's pretty stupid if you do that, because like we're doing all this shit via text. No, this was through Facebook, man. At the time it was through Facebook. So I'm like, you sure you want to do that?
Typing it?
Okay, right.
My evidence right here.
Right, you're literally saying right here, just because essentially that I don't want to fuck with you anymore, that you're gonna sit there and say that me and my friend raped you. Okay, go ahead. You see what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Mind you, I'm nobody famous. I don't have any money. You see what I'm saying? Like that could have been the end of me.
Indeed.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I had some shit like that happen to me when I was in college. Somebody I never met before.
Wow.
It was an incident. Long story short, I was in school in Iowa, and in our dorm, I was in an all boys, all male dorm room, dormitory.
Plenty of pocket pussies there, I'm sure.
I bet.
Hey, motherfuckers was definitely doing weird shit up in there, but that's a whole nother story. So randomly, sometimes these like townies, that's what we call them, people that lived in the town. It was a small town in Iowa. Would like just appear in a dorm and like just get passed around from room to room, if you know what I mean. They was getting raped. You know what I'm saying? So one of these particular girls, for whatever reason, I don't know what happened, somebody pissed off, but she decided to say that she got raped. Police came to campus and they basically paraded every black male that was in that building in front of this girl and asked her, what is this him? Right? So I was one of those people. You know what I'm saying? Like I had never seen this woman in my life.
Wow.
And she obviously, I mean, nothing ever happened because she didn't get raped. She was there willingly. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm just always thinking about like, so what had happened if she had decided to say, you know, that's him. You know what I'm
crying
saying?
And shit.
Then now it's in situations like that, it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But most times, and not just with rape, especially when you talk about black males, well, black people in general, people of color, a lot of definitely black males, we are guilty until proven innocent.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So that could have been a life-changing moment for me.
Been horrible.
So I agree with you that people that falsely accuse others, knowingly falsely accuse people of crimes, especially
rape. That we definitely gotta highlight rape. And the reason why I say we gotta highlight rape for sure, because there's hundreds, if not thousands, of women that actually get raped and don't say shit. Or when they do say something, they deal with this type of scrutiny of like,
and they're not believed,
and they're either not believed or they get blamed for whatever the case is. So when you have motherfuckers out here that's sitting there lying on people like that, you're legitimately
and the people that are lying,
worse.
And the people that are lying are actually getting justice.
Right, exactly. They are getting justice, and the ones that are not getting justice. So it is you are legitimately fucking it up for legitimate women who have been legitimately raped. So fuck you. I don't have any sympathy for you. Like that's legit. That should be jail time, and not just because, again, as I just said, not just because you ruined a guy's life, but for your own gender, you're fucking it up for them even more.
Right.
You're giving more reason for women to not come out and say shit. You're fucking goofy. You need to be locked the fuck up.
And when you think about it in this context, they just put fucking Jussie Smollett in jail, even though he's already out. But they put Jussie Smollett in jail for lying. For lying about a hate crime. And a crime that really, and a lie the only life he ruined was his own, for real.
Right, yeah.
Jesse, bring your ass back to jail.
He fucked up his own
his own life.
His own career.
Right.
And then, and he had, because extra police resources were used for that kid. Man, shut the fuck up.
He said he was the gay Tupac. You should go to jail for that alone.
But I'm just saying, before we get into his goofy ass, but in all serious, like as far as the reason why we brought up Jussie Smollett is because of the fact that he's being sent to jail for like 150 days.
3 months.
He's already out. He was in jail for like 2 3
but still he was sentenced.
He was sentenced to 5 months.
He was sentenced to 5 months in jail. This man was legitimately sentenced because he lied about a hate crime. He fucked up his own career. That was it. But you got women out here that's accusing men of rape. And like you had men that actually went to jail for this shit. And you try to run Chris Brown's career. You like and then you get nothing.
And they feel like, somebody I was watching, Chris Brown has been a target because of his past dealings with being in and out of relationships and stuff like that.
And he does have a history of You know what I'm saying? Of I don't want to say violence, but he has a questionable history when it comes to women.
Womanizing, maybe.
No, like, not necessarily just womanizing. Just like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he had the physical altercation with Rihanna. It was another one of his exes. Yeah, that he was kind of like stalking, doing wild type of shit with.
With that famous meme with her coming out the club and he stayed with his foot on the curb.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Also, like, yeah. So he, it's not like he doesn't have a checkered past, but that does not mean that people should be able to falsely accuse him.
Right, exactly.
Rape.
Falsely.
And the thing is, what if he didn't have those messages? Right. What if he didn't save that stuff? You know what I'm saying? Bro. Yeah. Then it's basically his word against hers,
and she gonna win.
It's very.
Put her on a lie detector test. All that.
So and also to your point, it definitely, I feel like when you have high profile cases like these, and then they're proven to be false, it definitely can make it harder for people who are legitimately experiencing rape.
And that's the main reason why I don't understand why women were sitting there did not throw that bitch under the bus after that. Y'all will sit there and y'all look for the chance, any chance you get to drag a nigga about something. But as soon as you sit there and you soon forget that there's women out here that are afraid to come out. There's women out here that really been raped, don't get no fucking justice. But for some odd, strange, and peculiar reason, where you got somebody that's fucking up y'all cause, you don't say shit.
Right. So, but look at it from this aspect. No, so they may be quiet now, but in terms of like speaking to like why they probably would have backed her from the beginning, is because so many people are not believed when they do come forward. So when you have the years of that happening, then you have people that'll go extra hard in the other direction. It could be wrongfully so, but I'm just speaking.
But you still, it has to be a line drawing. You have to be. You like, look, yo, is not you fucking up our kid. That's like me. For example, like us black folks, we know how it is, especially when it comes to police brutality, right? Now, if I'm going out here lying and saying a white cop did something to me, how's that gonna look on us?
Indeed.
Right. You making it harder.
Exactly. Exactly. So I should be dragged for that.
Yeah, you absolutely should.
Thank you. So that's on air. That's the main thing.
That's what I completely 100% agree with you. You know what I'm saying? And so there should be something. It's just like it was the saying that the accusation is the apology is never as loud as the accusation.
Did she even apologize?
Probably.
I don't think
I haven't
she
heard about it.
apologized. Yeah,
I ain't heard
I don't
all those women that jumped on her side, they should be apologizing. I'll tell you that much.
But there's a whole campaign.
I don't necessarily
think
think women that supported her should apologize for it, but they definitely should learn. And they
learn to get all the facts first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it should just be a learning experience, and I think there's something, especially now. And like I said, it's kind of like when things go too far in the other direction, because people haven't been heard and feel like they haven't been seen, and a lot of those things were like they feel like they would be ashamed or they won't be believed if they come forward. So when they see somebody that is brave enough to come forward, even if they may be lying, but they don't know that at the time, if they see somebody that is brave enough to come forward, then of course they're gonna want to go extra hard for them.
Now they feel empowered, huh?
Real shit. Pretty much every woman I know has experienced some form of sexual abuse in their lifetime. Damn near every, and I was actually, and it's not something I learned until I got older. You know what I'm saying? And just having conversations, and it's not something that you really realize. You know what I'm saying? That happens. And so that I can understand why they would want to go extra hard for something like that. It's just unfortunate when somebody. It's just the same way if you go outside and you say, damn, CPD just beat my ass out here on the corner of 55th and King Drive. And most motherfuckers are just going to be like, oh, we finna ride for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then they find out that you lying, and now we all look like fools. And it makes it harder for people when they actually, okay, well, it was just like, well, then people can point to, well, what about that one person that did that?
Right.
And that's a lot of times what happens is when people are do bring forth allegations, and they talk about their experiences, and people are like, will use examples like this. Well, you remember that time with old girl with Chris Brown? You see what she did.
Right.
You see what happened with Brian Banks. You see what happened with Shawn Open. But we also need to be able to talk about the fact that this does happen.
Yeah, it does.
That you brought up the situation with Megan Thee Stallion. Now it's alleged that it's going to come out that she was lying. We don't know that for a fact yet. But at the time, if you even questioned that, you think, well, maybe is she telling the truth or not? Just not even saying she's lying, but just like, well, can't rush the judgment of anybody. You don't know if Tory Lanez is telling the truth. You don't know if Meg Thee Stallion is telling the truth.
You would get dragged.
If you said anything to the form where you don't know if Meg Thee Stallion is telling the truth, you were getting fucking dragged. It was the same thing with Jussie Smollett. If y'all remember that. When that shit first happened, if you said anything about like him lying, which, quick sidebar, I knew that motherfucker was lying the moment they said when the police came to the house, he still had the noose around his neck. Because if a motherfucker put a noose around your neck, the first thing you do when you get a chance is taking that shit off. Yeah. So I knew he was lying from jump. But at that time, if you said that Jussie Smollett was lying, you were a homophobe.
You'll get canceled.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we gotta find the middle ground. And so, we talk about people that come from these disenfranchised communities for so long that have not been heard. So now when anybody comes forward, there's this rush to support and believe them, and people are misusing that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And that needs to be checked. The same way you will jump on Chris Brown when you believe he did it, then you need to jump on his accuser when you find out that she was wrong.
What you got to say?
I was just gonna say, one is in this political climate again, people tend to like weaponize victimology, and I think it's a conversation we should have. Why are women so quick to like weaponize their presumed innocence in these situations where it's like the man has presumed guilt, but the woman has presumed innocence in these situations. So she'll try to weaponize that. Oh, real pissed me off. He didn't carry my groceries, so I'm gonna say he smacked me on the booty right before I got out the car and get him in trouble.
I mean, like in that case, the presumed innocence and the presumed guilt is to be perfectly honest, is for good reason. And the reason why I say it's for good reason is because, again, as far as when it comes to rapes, let's just be honest, who's doing the majority of the raping? Men.
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed.
So you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's if you're just going off percentages, there's always the presumption that yes, that high chance that did happen, like in the 90s. Like dare I say 95, 96%. You see what I'm saying? So even if it's just 90, it's still that's 90%.
The most cited figure is that only 5% of rape allegations are proven false.
Oh, right. So right.
You know
okay. Right. So
95%.
Yeah. So like the 95%, like, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. You see what I'm saying? But like, so don't get me wrong. is because if you think about it, let's just be honest, the 5% that are false. Let's just talk about how women are out here saying, "Oh, this and that and this." Oh, well, I'm gonna say you did this one. I'm gonna say you did that. Let's just be honest. Like how I talked about my story, right? Okay. Out of all the women that I've dealt with, whether it be just intimately, cordial, platonic, whatever the case is, and that's I would say just general interactions with women, whether it be like coworkers, friends, whatever. Right. That was I like hundreds, let's say thousands of women. That was one woman that said that. You see what I'm saying? So it was like
that's enough.
But I know, but still.
But that one accusation could have ruined your life.
Right. Yeah, that one accusation ruined my life. That's how powerful it is. But at the same time, but the other 99% of the women that I've been around didn't do that. So it was like.
Right.
So
the false accusations are rare. And we've been on this topic for a while, so we got to wrap it up. But what was the last
Well, I'm just saying it's just that they just seem like, I mean, the numbers are there. I'm not disputing that, but I just feel like, they're so quick to like, oh, well, I can just revert to my presumed innocence. I'm going to say he beat me, he raped me, or.
My thing is never. Go ahead, real quick, because
I was just going to say. So my last point: the double standards exist. You know what I'm saying? That's one of. So it's kind of like one of those things where like. I've talked about this with a few of my friends. Like, there was I don't go out as much anymore, but when I would go out, and you've seen this happen to me, motherfuckers would like I've been groped.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We literally be at the bar. A girl literally walked up to him and grabbed his ass. Like, literally just. It
just like, you know what I'm saying? Walk up to me and tell just say all types of wild shit. You know what I'm
saying?
Had
a whole conversation, right. Brought the man a drink and everything.
But I don't get offended by it. I realize the double standard where it's like if I was to do that, then it would be viewed differently. But if you look at it from a physical sense, like I know that I'm physically strong. I know that this woman can't overpower me.
Indeed.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a reason to be scared. Right. Whereas if I'm doing that, this woman look at me and say this, he can probably I need to be, you know what I'm saying? Like she's not gonna be able to if I try to do something to her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She has reason to be physically afraid of me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there are double standards that exist, and there are reasons they exist that way. So there's certain things that men can do that women can't, and there are certain things that women can do that men can't. Yeah.
So you're not afraid of her in the bar, and she's not afraid of you in court.
I mean, if you want to put it that way.
Just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. At the end of the day, you women out there that are lying, please stop it, because you're like we talked about. There are women that actually have been raped and are scared to come out, and it's not a good example. Just be honest. Them hoes. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck them bitches.
The guys
I can't stand them. I cannot. All right.
I feel you.
Stop, bro. That shit pissed me off.
I feel you. I mean, your whole career, whole life, over, done with.
Speaking of being over, segue.
Well then,
springtime is here.
Damn, spring is sprung.
And apparently,
for
some people,
shit,
COVID is over.
Say what is it?
Yeah.
So what actually is over, and this happened in the end of February, last day of February. The Illinois repealed the vaccine mandates, which oddly enough was only in place for 2 fucking months. How fucking pointless was that?
It's hilarious, bro.
So the vaccine mandate and the mask mandate indoors were both repealed. So now you don't have to wear a mask,
right?
And you don't have to be vaccinated to go places indoors in public.
Take deep breaths, y'all.
Yeah. So you can go. So you can raw dog air. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
you don't have to wear a mask.
Now
you have unprotected air.
What's today's date?
Today is the 20th.
Now I want y'all to remember this and timestamp this. I'm willing to bet, because this is the reason why I think, before I get into my bet, the reason why I think COVID is over is for 2 reasons. I think we found the cure for COVID, a war, and elections. Those are the 2 things that happen this year. Now I'm willing to bet that towards after the elections, let's just say, matter of fact, especially I say late November, December for sure. I bet you that vaccination mandate is gonna come back, and the mask mandate is gonna come back.
Oh my God, I hope you're wrong, bro.
And they're gonna talk about that you need another shot.
So they're already talking about that. Pfizer is trying to get the 4th shot. They're trying to get it approved. If it's not, hasn't already been approved. I know. So the 4th, so the second booster shot is something.
Lord have mercy.
It's something that's already supposed to be. Yeah. So I mean, I
stupid.
Yeah. So that's already in the works.
That's crazy.
There's a new variant.
Oh my goodness!
I don't know if you guys have heard about the BA2 or stealth Omicron.
Who's going on with these names?
I don't know.
Stealth Omicron.
Yeah. So there's the stealth the BA2.
Wait a minute. What does it do?
Nothing.
I'm just saying.
It's a COVID variant, and then there's also the Deltacron variant. It sounds like a transformer.
Yeah. Right. The thing about it, it's so crazy because if you think about any disease, it all has a variant.
Yeah, right? Viruses mutate.
Colds have variants. Flus have variants.
That's why you're supposed to get. That's why you're supposed to get a flu shot.
The only reason why it's now like COVID variant and people be like, "Oh my god, now another one." This is what's going to happen. There's variants of diseases. Period.
Right after each other.
It doesn't mean it's going to kill you. It doesn't mean it's going to do it.
I'm just tired of them. Like it's almost like they got. It's like a fucking Jordan release. Bro.
It really is.
What a guy. It is like, oh shit! You see the new COVID variant coming out?
We have commercials.
But even
I gotta try not to get that.
But even with these new variants, Illinois, in Illinois, the cases have been going down.
465.
No, so
how convenient.
As of March 19th, Illinois reported 7,467 new COVID cases over the past week, along with 123 deaths and over 50. No, we have to say that. But the previous week it was 8,519. And then the week before that, it was 10,462.
Are you looking at one of these betting apps right now?
No, I'm
Google. The facts are there.
What? Oh my God! It's crazy. COVID is going down.
Yeah. So the numbers are going down right now. Actually, and today it was the first outside race of the year. The Shamrock Shuffle was today. So like thousands of people were out. You know what I'm saying? Running like I think they do a 3K and 5K and a 10K, I think.
Right.
No BK,
B2K. No, but yeah. So they do a 5K and a 10K. So the Shamrock. So all of the, and then you obviously we talked about the Summerfest last week. A lot of the festivals and things like that are coming back. And summer's right around the corner.
And they all would change.
Yeah,
they all would change. They all said whatever city mandate is presented at that time, they would have to abide by.
Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? And they're paying attention to the Omicron, the BA2 and the Deltacron hybrid strain.
Well, Decepticon.
That might be the next one. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the next one might be the Megatron.
The damn XCon.
But the thing is, like, just asking you guys personally, since the mask mandate has been repealed, have you guys still been wearing your mask?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Can we stop with this mask bullshit? Let's just be perfectly honest. First and foremost, the mask that you're supposed to wear is an N95. And the main reason why you're supposed to wear N95 is because it covers from the crown of your nose all the way down to below your chin, and it creates a seal. Okay, and if you because any other mask outside of that, even that basic surgical mask, one of the tests that they did was, let's say you had a candle. If you blow through the mask and you're able to blow out that flame in the candle, the mask is no good. The only one that does that is the N95.
Right.
So if you're not wearing the N95, it doesn't fucking matter.
Well, damn.
So this whole this is another thing. How often when we have these masks on, do you see people walking around having them below their face, or all the time? Or mind you, this is a droplet. It's passed via droplet, right? Okay, so 6 feet away, blah blah blah. So how about you get your mask on? Okay, all right, cool. Now you're in the grocery store. Somebody goes up and they don't have a mask on. They're talking. Oh man, I want this cereal here. As they're talking, droplets are touching the cereal box. Never mind. I don't want that cereal anymore. Damn. You go up behind it with your mask and everything. Grab the cereal box and put the box in your cart. Now you have whatever the fuck that person has. As far as, let's just say they have COVID. Now you have it on your hands. Do you wash your hands? No. Do you not touch your face? No. Do you do anything that will prevent you from possibly transmitting something that was on those droplets? No. So can we please stop with this? Do we still wearing? Because if we want to be perfectly honest, we're literally doing absolutely nothing that we're supposed to do that will prevent 100% transmission. I'm not going to say it's literally impossible, but the only way to do it is to stay the fuck home and not let nobody in. And you can't go out.
Yeah. It hasn't. To your point, none of this stuff has really made sense from the beginning.
Thank you. So
but the thing is, a lot of this stuff when we first went to lockdown, I mean, people opened back up in the name of in the name of capitalism.
Of course,
people needed money.
Indeed,
the economy was suffering. We had to open back up. You know what I'm saying? So now we've kind of gone on this like teeter-totter back and forth.
About what's good and what's not.
Back and forth since then. And now it's been, but the thing is that it was kind of from the beginning we were saying like when we went into lockdown, it was like, okay, we going to lockdown for like 90 days and now everything's supposed to be okay.
Now, but,
right? That was never gonna. It was never gonna happen that way.
You know what solidified that this shit was bullshit? Lollapalooza.
Oh my
God. Solidified. These niggas sit there and said that what they were doing. This is why. Back to Lori Lightfoot. I'm not. I was about to say. Ignorant ass. When it comes, because you had to have a vaccine card or a negative test, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now you had thousands of people that were jumping the barricade. That's thing one. You also had people that was working the gates that did not check shit.
Right.
Now
you also have people with fake cards.
Well, you also have people with fake cards.
I've been to
you have Lori Lightfoot when she was asked this. Well, how you know that people are actually coming in that are vaccinated or hadn't have a negative test? You know what she said? Oh, we make sure I have people on my staff that go undercover to make sure that yes, she said this shit. We have men like we're making sure
this was one strike against her when I was like, God,
you see what I'm saying? And then here's the thing now, during the 2 or 3 days Lollapalooza was there, it was I want to say estimated like over 200,000 or 300,000 people that was in attendance through those 2 or 3 days.
Oh no, I think it was
way more than that.
It was like millions.
Okay, well even worse, millions. Guess what the number of positive cases were after that? 258. It was something like that. Really? So 1 million people came, right? 1 million. And outside, I don't give a fuck if it is outside, but you're like literally like this. Right, at a concert. And you mean to tell me, we know damn well everybody wasn't vaccinated. You know damn well not everybody had a negative test. You had thousands of people that was hopping fences.
And not even that.
Quick fact check. We were wrong. It wasn't millions. You were right. It was 385,000.
Oh, you see, 385,000.
That's still a lot of fucking.
Yes, that's still a lot of people. So 385,000 people, and less than 1% of people tested positive. That's how I knew it was bullshit.
Hey, look,
because of the mask.
I couldn't even say me personally, well, to catch an Uber or Lyft, now you still have to wear a mask. Because I took an Uber last night and it was like, you got to put a mask on you in small.
You're right. It was just over 200 COVID cases.
And then,
out of 300,000. How?
Yeah. And then, it didn't make sense.
If I'm out, well, I work with the public all day. And I have old people, I have young people, all type shit. Me personally, I wash my hands a lot. I wear gloves when I'm touching people's phones. I use sanitizer a lot. Like, these are things that I do on a day-to-day basis, 60 hours a week.
Damn.
Just because I don't trust you. I don't know what you do in your life.
I'm gonna ask you a question. You don't have to answer this. It's for anybody that's watching too. Have you shared something with somebody? Let's say a blunt.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Did they have a negative? Do you know if they have COVID or not?
I didn't ask.
First off, my thing is, if I'm passing,
just saying, wait a minute, hold on, wait before you answer that.
Yeah, because I trust you. It's
not about trust.
It's not about trust. Listen to what I'm saying.
Wait, I don't trust that person, so I'm not finna take a bump.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
As far as COVID goes, COVID can be you can be asymptomatic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means I can have it and not show anything, but I can still pass it along to anybody, right?
Right, yeah.
So what difference does it make? It doesn't. That's what I'm saying. Like, again, this isn't an insult to anybody. All I'm saying is it just got. Let's just be honest, none of this shit made sense. It just doesn't, and we need this. Like, I get, like, don't get me wrong. If you want to be careful wearing mask, glove, I'm with all of it. All I'm saying is, and I'm not against it. My thing is, you just got to be honest with yourself. No matter how careful you think you are, you're not, right. And that's
people
okay.
did die too.
And and right, COVID is real, people. I'm not saying COVID is fake.
We're definitely not saying COVID is fake.
I'm not saying people didn't die from COVID.
We're just saying the fact of the measures that it took,
the response to it,
the response to it,
indeed,
the laws, the mandates. This state can be open, this state can be closed. You had Texas going by their own rules. You had Georgia going by their own rules. Florida going by their own rules. Now it goes to, if people think about it, it really goes back into what other countries did, because. My friend that's in Australia now that lives there, been there for 10 years, they on lockdown again.
Yeah.
So nobody can fly in or fly out.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't know that COVID is over?
And China is on lockdown.
Yeah.
Somebody need to tell China that COVID is over. Guys, COVID is over, guys.
Some of these things, I really think that we don't know. And I really don't care. I want to get back to the summer. I want to go out and have fun. Indeed. I want to go to HydeparkSummerfest.
Right, so
and fly.
So that's the
and
next
see Busta Rhymes and hang out.
So that's the next question. Like, so do you feel like we're gonna have a normal summer now?
I feel like we had a normal summer last year.
It's gonna be a quote unquote normal, because it's like Summerfest and all that could be happening. Let's say Summerfest happened 3 days, and on the third day they bring back the restrictions. Now nobody can come. People gonna be losing all kind of money. We don't know. It's like COVID is like having a winning raffle ticket. You don't know you got it until somebody tell you.
Honestly, I think because of capitalism,
of course,
I think that the lockdown, that cat is out the bag. Like, I don't think they're gonna be able to do that again.
They're gonna try again. I promise you.
I don't.
Yeah, we'll try.
I don't know. I don't know if you could be right.
Be the electron variant.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that you don't know. It could happen. I just don't see, especially how, like, just think about all the stuff that was happening during COVID and how like so many people were rebelling over just wearing masks in general, over the vaccine. There was
the fights, all type of shit.
Yeah, and then and then you talk about like people with the economy the way it is now, like there's no way that they're going to be able to, because the thing is, when this shit first happened, everybody was scared.
Indeed,
everybody was fucking scared because
nobody
nobody knew what was going on.
Of course,
you didn't know if this shit was airborne. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't know, like, if you just went outside and caught it. They were talking about how the elderly people were going to be more vulnerable. People with compromised immune systems. I was scared to go to my parents' house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You were afraid. That fear of COVID, now that we've lived with it for over 2 years now, no longer exists. So you're not going to get people to go along with it in the same way that they did before.
I'm just saying, like, I give you that, but I will say that they're going to. I'm telling you, watch after these midterm elections.
We'll see.
Watch.
I think last summer was pretty much open. I went to the beach. I went to concerts. I went to restaurants. There was a lot of festivals still going on that happened.
There weren't a lot that they were like, what festivals happened? Because there wasn't.
You still had Pitchfork. You still had
Pitchfork and Lala.
You had Riot Fest. You still had Wrigley Fest. You still had Wicker Park Fest. You still had Italy Fest. All the neighborhood festivals still went on.
There were a lot.
So it was like last summer was like kind of like, okay, we back in the open. People going out, especially when they started opening up to concerts. Like, because I saw a lot of concerts during that time of last year. They just was like, you got a COVID pack? Yeah, boom, go in. Like, here you go.
I don't know. It shit just doesn't.
So this year, I mean, what are you guys looking forward to this summer? I mean, not talking about COVID. We're done with that.
Okay.
What are you personally looking forward to this summer? Are you going to do something, family vacation?
I'm going to be campaigning for Willie Wilson for mayor.
This guy.
Willie Wilson. With 2022.
2022.
But I look forward to traveling. I was so scared to travel. I want to kick it to Miami. Just kick it to places because you couldn't. We don't travel more.
I'm going to Cancun.
I mean, I was traveling.
I'm going to Cancun next month, and I'm going to Disney World with my daughters and son. No, just with my daughters in July.
Ooh, go to Star Wars Land.
Yeah. Star Wars Land. Nigga.
Yeah, they got Star Wars Land.
Is that new?
Yeah.
You sound like you're 12. Yeah, man, go.
I want to see Millennium Falcon.
I might go.
Yeah, so we're speaking of traveling, Transportation Security Administration is predicting that the traveling volume will surpass 90% of pre-pandemic levels.
I bet.
Yeah, because COVID's over.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So people, like I said, people have been afraid. People haven't been traveling. And now that, we've gotten to a point now, especially because Illinois isn't the only one, there are a lot of places that have repealed their mask mandates.
Especially once they realized how stupid it was.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, and then there are places like Texas and Florida that never had them. I remember traveling to Texas last year, and if you wore a mask on the inside, people were looking at you like, "Fuck, you got that mask on for?" Wow. Fucking communist. You know what I'm saying?
City slicker.
Yeah, so you have places that never had it, but but for now, with cases steadily on the decline, we kind of had that. Because that Omicron variant just burned through every fucking body.
Yeah.
It's in over the holidays, everybody had fucking COVID.
I had it in January. I was sick. I was like, fuck.
So
yeah,
now
I did. Yeah, I did have COVID.
So it seems like now that we've seen the worst of it, people are trying to get back to their normal. Even my parents were talking about, because they've been trying to they said they've been trying. It's this train that goes from the Union Station, I think, to all the way to California, Amtrak.
Nice.
Yeah.
And they were talking about doing that pre-pandemic. So now they've continued that service again. So now my parents are talking about taking that.
It's one of the most beautifulest train rides you would ever take. I know a friend of mine. He took it. He was like, it's literally 3 days.
Get that COVID nigga. Get that COVID
right, speaking of which,
droplets.
Get the fuck away from you.
No, it's like 3 days to get there.
It's better than the red line.
Yeah, of course. You got your own bed. They got restaurants on there. And they got a bar. Damn. It's all on the train.
And there are no homeless people sleeping on the seats.
Right.
Like the red line.
You know what I'm saying? You got your own little room.
They got a club on there too?
I mean, they probably do.
They
do have a lounge.
Oddly enough, when I was in Iowa, when I was in school, that train used to stop on my campus.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Yeah. So I would be on the train with people that had been on there for 2 days. I used to meet so many interesting people.
Yeah.
I used to have the wildest conversations. I met a lot of people on the train.
I had sex on the Amtrak trains.
I knew about that last episode.
Yeah, right. You did. You were talking about in the bathroom and shit.
Yeah, very small bathroom.
People.
It doesn't shock me at all that you fucked on.
That's how you say hello. How you doing?
I once got busy in the Burger King bathroom. I'm sick with it.
Hey.
I just think about just quick sidebars before we wrap up, because we already going for a long time. But you think about how nasty fucking restaurant bathrooms be.
Horrible.
You know what I'm saying? Well, like you talking about people fucking in club bathrooms and shit like that. You know how nasty the motherfuckers be?
Shawn don't give a fuck.
Wait a minute, ain't like we sat on the toilet. She Captain Morgan and I went right there.
No, I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm just talking about in general.
You know indeed. The man, you did the smear test on that thing.
I'm looking forward this summer to really just being outside. I got a couple of trips planned. A friend of mine's getting married in Mexico. Right. Hopefully I can make that trip. And then going back to the Ozarks in August. Going to Pulaski, Illinois, my mom's hometown. Nice. Do some paperwork, take care of some business down there.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's what's up. That's
doing that in August. So, then you got some land down there. I'm trying to get this paperwork right.
Clamp it over here. I see.
Get this paperwork in order.
All right,
but yeah, man, that's what I'm looking forward to the summer, man. That's why I'm just trying to live a little bit.
I mean, hopefully we have seen the worst of it.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Hopefully, COVID. There are no more lockdowns.
Yeah,
COVID is over. There's a war and there's midterm elections. COVID is over right now.
And also, hopefully, now that COVID is over, we don't, all have to live through World War III.
Oh,
because I don't know if y'all been watching that shit.
I definitely.
That shit is getting worse.
I'm not scared. The one I'm worried about with going on with the war, with Russia and Ukraine, is the fact that, especially when it comes to oil supplies, when it comes to commodities like wheat, barley. When it comes to metals like nickel and I think it's palladium. But when it comes to that, like Russia and Ukraine, or like with fertilizer, like Russia is one of the largest producers of fertilizer, which affects literally everything. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. And I'm not, so especially with sanctions on them.
And even though like the U.S., we don't really get a lot of the oil from Russia, it's because of with those sanctions. It's not just about the price of oil is the price of oil. So just because we don't necessarily use their oil, because of the sanctions on them, the price of oil has been driven up. You know what I'm saying? So we're all going to pay the same price regardless.
Speaking of what, and not to cut you off, I heard the guys over there in Saudi Arabia are starting to buy oil in the Chinese yuan instead of the petrodollar.
Yeah, so that's another thing that's going on.
And scary.
And that's a whole nother because we're gonna get on.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm sorry.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, hopefully, we have seen the worst of COVID. We've seen the worst of COVID. And
World War III.
And I think now it's really all about, because like if you want to wear your mask, if you feel safe, you know what I'm saying, there may be certain instances where I feel like, when I'm around certain people, you might need to wear your mask, or it depends on like if that's what makes you feel comfortable. Like I'm not gonna be like, if somebody is still, like if somebody asks me to come to their house or they need something done and they feel more comfortable with me being around them wearing a mask, I have absolutely zero problem with putting it on.
Yeah, I do it every with my customers.
So I think now it's more so about your personal preference, what you feel comfortable with. If you still feel like you feel like you need to wear your mask, then you should continue to wear it if that's what makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah,
if you're comfortable without it, then you don't have to wear it.
Everybody I work with, we were pretty much at the Hyatt that we had to wear masks for a while. Now it's really just an optional type of situation. We do keep the little glass border up. You know what I'm saying? Because we do get a lot of people from all around the world, so we just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Type situation.
I think there's going to be.
I think just with my jobs is the reason why I gotta keep wearing and be safe on certain situations.
And I think there's going to be a reverse mandate, because I think just because people are starting like to commit crimes and things, and they're already kind of numbed with the mask, I think there's going to be a mandate to not wear masks.
Yeah, that's why they were talking about Ryan Coogler, because he had the mask on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, man. What you want to?
That's crazy. Well, that goes, man. Easily Offended podcast, man. We had some real interesting topics today,
Indeed.
Man. Male sex toys, man. That's just gonna go down in history books.
I'm gonna put a mask on a pocket pussy.
Hey, man, we here to bring you anything and everything about
clean
the
your
world.
Pocket pussy if you using them.
Don't bring it to the club.
Please clean your pocket pussy
and don't share it.
Don't share with anybody.
No sharing pocket pussies. Pocket pussies are for singular use.
They'll be borrowing it. Can I borrow this?
No, my brother, you got to get it
on.
That is so fucking.
Hey, man, what y'all got to say to the people, man?
You know me, Shawn, star photo pic, doing the damn thing. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, why do you like snarling?
Yeah, he did snarl.
That's just my thing.
I understand.
Hey.
This is going so off the rails.
Man, go ahead and talk to the people, man. What you want them to
know? Rail the producer, 914.
Yep.
Rail Allen in your hearts. And once again, man, if you're going to use pocket pussies, just clean them.
And if you see him in public, don't grab his by the pants.
Whoa, what?
No, because that's what
yeah, they were like, don't grow up.
Weezy Cage, IG and Twitter. Willie Wilson from there, 2022. And fuck them lying ass bitches.
Hey, man.
I stand on that.
Make sure y'all follow the Easily Offended podcast on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook page, and also on IG. I'm your man, L Boogie. Class of 1979 on IG, man. We out, man. Peace. Appreciate everybody.
The Chicago